Alrighty, we are now live and everything seems to be working good. Hello, and welcome. All right, so for today, kind of working on something a little different, just a tad different. Um, so I was gonna work on my own cosplay stuff, but Nacho really needed help with his cosplay suit, and right now he's painting the sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. All right, I'm gonna go back and just restart this. um so Nacho needed help with his racing suit that he is making for a Kurt Wylde cosplay from the Acceleracers, and I have agreed to help. um I didn't know when I would have time to work on it, and then I thought, well, why not work it on stream, because everyone always likes like a variety of things that I do. So why not? Whoop. So right now, this is the shoulder of the racing suit, and what this paper is I basically took tracing paper and I went to the other shoulder and I traced the design, and now I'm going to tape it to this so that I have an outline to like paint from. I saved all my tape because it was still sticky, and I used so much tape on the last stencil that I was like, this is ridiculous to throw away this much tape. I'm saving it. No, I won't save it forever. I'm not that much of a pack rat. But I will, alright, so I'll toss it. What I was about to say was I'll toss the tape after this cosplay, but you know, it's good for like little things like this. So basically, it goes from corner here to corner, like it wraps around. It's kind of like a shoulder pad. I don't know if that's perfectly lined up. I'm looking at this side over here. I think it's actually brought more here. Hey, it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Hey, it's Win. Hi, Win. How you doing? Hey, it's good to see you guys. How's both of your weekends? Tell me about your weekends. Oh, thank you, Win. Thank you for the sub. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Aw. Win, I'm speechless. Thank you. I really appreciate your support. Okay. Good, Isaac. Glad you're doing good. Oh, Win, I'll show you. You'll be happy to see. One second. I'm in the middle of a thought process here. Not like a thought process, but an art process. But I'll show you something, Win, I think you'll like, that I've been working on. Different than this. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Look! Golden horns! I thought you'd like these. See, I made some golden horns. They're very shiny. Shiny, shiny golden horns. They'll be big golden horns. Aw, that's awesome, Isaac. I'm glad that you had a good time at the art charity event. That's awesome. Hey, and that's good, and yeah, I thought you would like that, Win. I actually made some golden horns. I'm actually a little obsessed with the golden horns more than I thought I was gonna be. I'm like just experimenting right now with different horn colors and seeing what I like and seeing what other people will like. That's the big thing. But I'm a little obsessed over the metallic. It like more than I thought I was going to be. So I kind of want to make some silver horns too, and I have copper. Kind of want to make some copper. I know I was saying I was making copper horns with the burnt sienna color, but I actually want to make like shiny copper like that. But I think something about the gold. I really like how bright the gold is. Even though I'm planning on dulling it down, I want to do an oil wash on it. Make it kind of look tarnished. That'll look really cool. Nice. Oh, that's fun. That's awesome, Win. How was babysitting? And also, how old is it your niece? Yeah, your nieces. How old are your nieces? Oh, did you, Isaac? Ah, okay. I'll look after the stream at what you posted, Isaac. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just pinning everything down. I'm taking rolls of tape. And there's tons of wig hairs like attached to these. I know. Sounds gross. It's just wig hair. My whole room is coated in wig hair from styling Shirako's wig. Oh my god. And I can't wait to have this wig done, not just to get it done, but also so I can do a deep cleaning of my room. That'd be nice. But here, I'll show you Shirako's wig. Yeah, I think it's looking really nice. So this side is almost done. This side too is almost done. A little bit more than the other though. And I have to do the whole back, like starting from the neck up, I have to complete. And then there's a couple of spikes in the middle of the head that I have to add in. Maybe like one or two. But yeah, and then his little like antennas that are here. They're not literal antennas, they just look like it. It's actually hair. He's not a bug. Um, but I have to add these in, and I have them right there. They're drying, or they're probably dry by now. That's what's hanging up right there. So, yeah. Yes, I could tease these and make them go up, but they're going to constantly fall down after every wear. Kind of like Jinx's bangs. So, I'm making them more permanent. But yeah. Aw. Thank you. Isaac, that means a lot. Aw. Hey, I'm happy that you could learn a little something from my streams. That means a lot. That's why I also like you know, teaching and to like showing everyone my process. Cause hey, maybe I could help someone else out. Alrighty, so this shoulder, like it's kind of like an outline of a shoulder pad. Is orange, bright orange, but orange will never show up on this suit if I just go with straight orange acrylic paint. Because like all warm colors, orange is very transparent. So I'm going in with a bit of titanium white, and I'm gonna do about 2 layers of titanium white first, and then I'll lift this up. Well, I'll do my outline, and then I will thinking. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll do my outlines and then I'll peel this up and then I'll fill it in. We'll do orange. Sorry, I think I lost my train of thought again because I was gonna go for this brush, but then I realized if I do an outline of this, this side's actually gonna be thicker than that side. So I need a thinner brush. So I actually have this one to just outline. I didn't account for that there'll be a slight line, but I don't feel like redoing my pattern. Oh, what? That's awesome. That's super cool, Win. That was a cool find to find a Highway 35 jacket. The fandom, it still exists. They're still out there. Alright, and so now I'm just taking the edge of my flat brush and I'm brushing it against the stencil. And this way it is perfectly like the other side. And what's difficult is like painting on a surface, it's not flat. So there's lots of wrinkles. You gotta work around all those wrinkles. Really, when it comes to painting on fabrics, it's just a lot of patience. Having a lot of patience. Oh shoot. Oh no. There we go. Trying to erase that line. Sometimes with like more plasticky type fabrics, if you move really quickly, you can actually like erase lines as long as the paint's still wet, but you have to move fast and you have to erase it fast. Otherwise it could look like a smudge mark, and once it dries like that, that's it. Sorry. I'm like max concentrating right now. This little bend here is slightly difficult. and it's like I have to move quickly. There we go. All right, now I can start going back to this part here. So is anyone working on any projects right now? I'm curious. Any paintings, any cosplays? See, once I get to the flatter parts of the fabric, doing this technique's not so bad. Oh my gosh, around corners like where I'm about to enter, slightly challenging. All right. So now I have my wonderful outline. Ooh, that sounds very pretty, Isaac. Oh, that makes me so happy. See, you're mixing colors together and you make your own colors. Yeah. That's the way to go. And this has still wet paint on it, so I'm just have a cardboard on the floor right now. That's just, it's my painting cardboard, so it's like just storing it there, and I'm like, I'll just keep that there. Nice, Win. Nice. What are you drawing? Win, what you drawing? All right, now that I have my outline, I'm gonna go in with a wider brush and I'm gonna fill in my shape here. And I'm gonna do about 2 coats of white because I want this orange super bright. Yep. I see what you're saying there, Isaac. I know it's like you make a drawing and then you don't want to go over the outlines. So you can see what you drew underneath. Yeah, sometimes in paintings, where like let's say I'll paint the background, but then like the focal point or the foreground I draw a little bit over on accident. I'll go back in with pencil once the paint's dry and redraw in my lines. I'll sometimes do that. No, actual objects don't have outlines in real life, but outlines do exist in the art world. I'm hoping to get my goals done with this um, suit today. Get done with like the white outlines here. Probably won't get to the orange, but that's okay. And then later today, I want to work more on Shirako's wig. My goals for that are to get it done today, so that way tomorrow I can take like photos with it. I want to get in full cosplay and take like some photos so that I can finish up my videos that I was making and make some more content. I gotta take photos. I want to be able to make all those videos and stuff and post them before level up this weekend. That's my goal. Thank you, Win, for posting the Discord. Yeah. Hey, Isaac, I think you should totally go for it in cosplay. Cosplaying's a lot of fun. If I had to recommend where to start cosplaying, I would say choose like a character that is pretty simple in design and you could easily modify the clothes. Like choosing clothes that you could find at like a thrift store. It's, I don't know, I find thrifting a lot of fun. And then modifying those clothes, like painting them or adding embellishments, that kind of thing. I think that's like a really good way to start. And it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun. I do too. I like going thrifting. It's fun. Especially when I'm going for like trying to find a cosplay. It's like I'm on a mini mission. All right, and then the shoulder here is all orange. So I'm gonna go and yeah, it's all orange all around here. Now I'm actually really happy to help Nacho out with his cosplay. I was actually stressing a little bit, like I'm like, when am I gonna have time to work on his cosplay? Because I was like working on mine and working on the horns, and then I was thinking, well, okay, what's top priority? What has the soonest deadline? And I'm like, well, Kurt and Shrako have the soonest deadline. My horns, they do, but I have technically more time to work on them until they're due. So, I'm like, how would I work on these then? And how far does he have the orange? Okay. I was like just double checking on the other side. I want to make sure this is symmetrical. In a way, it's kind of like I'm doing a commission piece, but not really. I don't consider this a commission. I consider it more just helping out. Sometimes it takes a team effort to put a cosplay together. Here we go. I don't know if I would say it's a gift. I mean, I guess you could classify it as a gift, but he also did majority of the work here. I'm just helping him. So I guess you could consider it helping out as a gift. There we go. And I don't want to have that touch. Gonna hold that for a minute. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna put this here because this part's wet and it has to not touch anything. And while that's drying, I was also gonna work on the collar, but it looks like the collar is off camera. Hey, it's Nacho! Hi, Nacho! How you doing? Look, I'm working on Kurt's suit. I'm gonna inch this forward a little bit. Beep, beep, beep. Where is his collar? Oh, okay. It's in frame now. Back up. There we go. Alright. And this has to, like, not touch. And that's there. Yeah, of course, Nacho. I got you. I got you, Nacho. I do not mind helping you out. And I wanted to help you out, too. And now just painting the first layer white on the collar here. And I'm going to continue that orange on the bottom. Aw, you're welcome, Nacho. No worries. I see the little emojis. Good. Glad you're doing good, Nacho. Glad to hear that work is going good. Okay, sounds good, Nacho. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope work continues to go good for ya. Talk to you again soon, Nacho. Bye for now. And the collar here, I want to make more, I want to make it more solid. Clean it up a bit. Yeah, these flat brushes are really good for like coming to the edges. So see, I'm kind of like starting at the top and then I'm going down towards the edge. And then I'm gonna go right there and put in the seam. Really? Okay, not all right, Win. I'm curious of what your secret drawing is. Very, very curious. What could your secret drawing possibly be? You know what? The white right here isn't completely solid, so I'm going to go in and kind of make it more solid. Add in another layer of paint. There we go. Okie dokie. So now this, yeah, that's dry now. So I'm going to, and is this dry? Yes, it is. Sweet. So I'm gonna move this backwards. Put this back in frame, the shoulder piece. A little more titanium white on the palette here. So I definitely need to go back to the store and get more titanium white, but I went to the store and I accidentally picked up transparent mixing white, and it's okay. It's, I don't know. I guess it is what it's actually called. I mean, it's white pigment, but it's definitely transparent. It doesn't have the opaqueness like how titanium white does. See how like solid it is? The transparent mixing white is very well, it's definitely transparent. You know, it is good though for um mixing colors and that color staying true to itself. I will say that. And I guess that's like what it's used for. I'll use up the paint. Oops. I'll use it up. It won't go to waste. Just, I'll probably never buy it again. I like the boldness of titanium white a lot better. No, I'm not going crazy either because when I'm painting things, like when I was painting the horns, I was using the transparent mixing white. And normally when I make the horns, I use 2 coats of paint and then it's solid color. I had to use 4 coats of paint to make it solid, and it still wasn't even that solid. But I decided to move on anyway because I knew my gold horns were gonna have the metallic on it, so it'd be 5 layers of paint in total. So I was like, it's okay. Yeah, I know there's many uses for, and it's not that, yes, titanium white is good for lightening up paintings, but it's also really good for making acrylic paints opaque rather than transparent, especially these, especially like warm colors like yellows and oranges, which are very transparent. But it does make the colors significantly lighter too, so you have to be careful with how much you mix. Where the titanium white or the mixing white doesn't do that, it doesn't really change the trueness of the color too much, but it also doesn't make it as bold either. It just makes it a little bit more opaque. Well, I mean, you try. Make mistakes and try and see what happens. I'm gonna just crisp up these edges here. And then I'm back on the edges here, edges of the shoulders. Filling this in with white, which will soon be orange. There we go. Just doing the edges. Maybe I will get to the orange today. That'd be awesome. Maybe. We'll see how much it dries. This has to be completely dry before I move on to the orange. All right. Now washing that brush. And then I'm going to bring forward the collar again. Right there. Hey, it's Evolea. Hi, Evolea. How you doing? Aw. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying the series of Behind the Booth. Aw, yay. I know that Nacho's working on the next episode when I went to KikoriCon, so I promise you there'll be more episodes coming soon. But that actually means like a lot, Evolea, that you are enjoying watching the series. There we go. I'm doing good. Doing good. I have lots of projects to complete and do before this weekend. But I think I'll be able to hit my goals and get everything done in time. And I'm glad you're doing good too, Evolea. Oh, that's true. Yep. That is true. Win makes a little cameo. And you know what? Since we're here and it's flat right here, I noticed some areas that could use a little bit more paint. Some areas are good and solid and some so I'm just gonna do little touch-ups. I think you will win. I think you will make a cameo in Behind the Booth because Nacho took a lot of footage at Game On Expo when you were there. And we'll see you again when at Game On Expo. Game On Expo. I almost repeated myself. At Phoenix Fan Fusion. We'll see you there too. I know. I can't believe that Fan Fusion. It feels far away, but very soon at the same time. I know that time's gonna fly by really fast, and Fan Fusion will be here before you know it. Yeah, definitely try to make it to Level Up. Level Up's like a really, really fun con. I think it's definitely one of my favorite cons now. It is just, it's another level, and that's not a play on names. It truly is another level of convention. It's so much fun. So much to see and do. Like, you could spend there all weekend and still not see and do everything. Here, I realize that what I'm doing, I'm just doing like little touch-ups here and there, making the colors more solid. Yeah, sometimes with cosplays, it really takes a team effort. And actually, lots of pro cosplayers do have help from other artists to make things. It just so often looks like just one person doing everything, but actually, they have like a team. So it's not uncommon to have people help you out in the cosplay world. Not uncommon. I'm happy to help Nacho out, though. Really happy. So, also to help out with the wrinkles, I'm putting my hand underneath the suit, and then it kind of gives it more structure. And painting fabric, it's it definitely tests your patience for sure. You have to have a lot of patience. It's slow to get something really clean. Might sound easy. Oh, just paint this. No, takes a lot of work to just paint this. Oh, thank you, Win. Yeah, no. Painting for sure takes a lot of effort, a lot of patience. Um, I if you think about it though, I've just been painting for a really long time. I've been oil painting for 11 years now. And I mean, I've been doing art ever since I was a little kid. So, and I've been not just doing art with colored pencils and crayons, but also like actual paint. So at this point, having a paintbrush in my hand feels really natural. I actually can't imagine life without creating or without painting. That just feels so weird to me. So here you go. Alrighty. Yeah, that's looking more solid. And let's see how dry this is. Oh, it's actually pretty dry. Okay, so I could actually move on to the shoulder over here. Let's scooch this back. The suit. And actually I'm gonna try to put it to the side a little bit, scooch it here, because I'm gonna bring forward my palette. And I'm gonna mix a bit of orange, some nice Hot Wheels orange. Gonna take cadmium orange and primary yellow here. And these two colors will make our Teku orange. Or even a racetrack orange. More titanium white. And even though, yes, I have a big surface area to work with, or to paint and cover, I only do small amounts of paint because the acrylic does dry so quickly. There we go. I think it needs a little bit more yellow. Also, by mixing little amounts of paint at a time, it does help out with getting the right color. You know, you add a little bit of this, a little bit of that until you get the color that you want. All right, so that looks like a pretty good orange to me. I'm gonna, oops. Move it back over to here. And just gonna start painting and see, look, it looks like solid orange. Also, when I'm painting, I'm making sure, like just like when I'm painting on canvas, that my strokes are going in the same direction. This way it keeps it almost makes it look more like a print and keeps like the design looking clean. And I might do 2 layers of this orange. The first layer is already looking really solid actually, but I want to make it even more solid looking, so I'll do 2 layers. Alrighty. And I know I still have this corner to do, but I think this brush is a little too big for that corner, and I don't want to like smudge or mess it up. I want to keep it looking clean. So yeah. Yeah, I think this shoulder is definitely turning out really good. There we go. Definitely don't want to have that smudge, because this part right here kind of overlaps on this corner, and I have to hold it to make sure they don't touch. And I would say actually using this technique for painting, like if you're gonna paint any fabric, no matter what the color is, I think doing like a layer of white first of your design and then painting on top of it, I think is really a good way to go to get that really solid design look. Depends on what the background color, like if it's a really light fabric, like I think when I painted Killjoy's frog hoodie, hoodie, that hoodie was white and the frog was green, so I just painted right on with green paint. I actually like that little cosplay. I should bring it back. Well, it didn't go anywhere. It's just I haven't worn it to a con in a long time. It's such a cute little cosplay. Yeah, I know, Isaac. It does. K-pop Demon Hunter does have a McDonald's meal right now. I heard it's really good. Isaac, have you tried the K-pop Demon Hunter McDonald's meal? I know one of the sauces is for the chicken nuggets is purple. And I think that's really cool to have purple sauce. And it's naturally colored too, which I thought was even cooler. I feel like it's so easy to just add purple food coloring and just let it be, and there it is, it's done. But they actually use butterfly peas. And if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like a pea, but like a kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a natural, it's kind of like this pea pod. It's a type of pea. kind of like a snow pea, but I think it's smaller and it's purple. And it's a way of making food naturally purple or brightly colored. So I'm like, that's cool. All right. I like that. I have respect. Oh my gosh. You know, when I have no idea if Nacho would actually cosplay McDonald's mystery. I don't think he would. I don't know. That's a question for Nacho. I'll let him answer that. You can ask him. I don't know. That'd be super funny though. Wait, really, Isaac? You can do that? You can buy a McDonald's meal with Pokemon cards? Oh, wait, no. A meal with the Pokemon cards, not purchasing the sorry Isaac, I totally like missed your message. I thought you were like, here's Pokemon cards, give me meal, not oh take the oh can I buy the meal with the cards. It's okay, sorry, my brain had an oopsie. I know what you mean. Isaac, have you ever gotten any good Pokemon cards uh with the McDonald's meal? Have you ever gotten anything really cool? Oh, very cool. Those are fun cards. I like Dragonite. I actually have a little Dragonite charm on my phone. Mostly because it just looks like a baby dragon. Because Dragonites are basically dragons. There we go. What you think of Win? I'm curious. Spill the tea on your thoughts. That would be a funny crossover. That would be very funny. Is it because Wendy's hair is braided? And like so is Zoe's almost. It's just her hair is braided and then put into buns. Really? I didn't know that, Isaac. Do you know what they almost changed Wendy's name to? I didn't know that. Alright, now back to the collar. I'm gonna do a little touch up here as well. Oh, really? Like chicken tenders? Huh, that is a weird little fact I did not know. That is very interesting, Isaac. There we go. There you go. And actually, it doesn't look like this line is perfectly lined up. So looks like it's there. Kind of using the Velcro as a line. There we go. Making sure there's good coverage. And sorry if I've kind of fallen silent. I've started to really extra concentrate. Aw, thank you, Isaac. Yeah, I know. Art does take time. You probably experienced that at your charity event of like how much time it takes to paint. Everyone's like, oh, we'll just do these simple little paintings. Nope, take time. There we go. And to let that dry for a little bit. I think actually I can do the second layer. Yeah, I can do the second layer on that, but I need some more orange. So, scooch this aside a little bit. Actually gonna scooch it down. Some white, some orange, yellow, mix it all together. Maybe a little bit more orange. Maybe too much orange at this point. Whoopsies. Maybe a little bit of yellow. There we go. Some more nice Hot Wheels orange. And I'm gonna just paint my second layer. You know what? Compared to this orange here, it does look like it needs a little more orange. It's like the version I have has a little too much yellow. So actually I'm gonna go back. There we go. I think that's more of a accurate color to what's already on the suit. I want to keep it all the same, you know? All right. Bringing it forward. My little trinkets. I know it doesn't look like much contrast, like a difference in orange on the camera. It's just how the orange picks up warm colors. But I promise you, it actually is a pretty big difference. And I'm holding my hand underneath the fabric so it doesn't move around as much as if I just had it on the table. Yeah, when I'm painting on fabric, I'm using my arms and my hands. Like this arm here, why it's laid down is actually a purpose. It's to hold it down in place, and then I'm holding with this hand, holding the fabric taut. So even to the position of which I paint, it's not an accident or coincidental or just ends up that way. Everything is intentional. There we go. Now I think it's bright and it's solidly orange. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. When I can post, I'll be posting pictures in progress and that kind of stuff here. Yeah. You'll see I'll be posting progress photos, especially of Scirocco I'll be posting. Like I said, I really want to get his wig done today, so tomorrow I can spend time uh taking photos and content, social media content. Yep, level up is in 3. Yeah, I know. The countdown. The countdown for level up is real. Yep, and just going along here and touching up the sides. I noticed some blotchy areas in the orange, which I will touch up. I don't mind doing little touch-ups to make it look more solid. Actually, bring it forward a little here. Just touching up this here too. Making these lines more solid. At least acrylic paint dries really quickly. So I can do all these little touch-ups all over the suit fairly quickly, fairly fast. And yeah, and the time is flying. For tomorrow's stream, I'm not completely sure if I'll work again on this suit. I did promise I was going to help out with a few more details of it. But I'm not completely sure. Maybe I'll get to it tonight, and then I can get back to working on the horns, which that'd be fun. I want to show you all how I paint my golden horns. Anyway, today I hope that I was able to share with you some tips and tricks how to paint on fabric. So funny, lately I haven't been working on any of my oil paintings. Well, except for art class. In the art class, I've been working on that one. But my own other ones that I have at home. But yet I'm still painting. And I'm gonna do another layer of orange on this collar here. At least a lot of the like lines of where orange ends and blue begins is where seams are, so it's like I kind of just follow the seam line. There we go. Yep, the collar is looking good and solid. I want to work on this side here, but I'm a little nervous because I don't like it that it folds over, and I don't want it to fold over and fall on the other fabric. Uh-oh. This edge, I made a oopsie and now it's all fuzzy and it's not crisp like it was before. And I'm like, no. Might have to wait to come back to it when it dries. There we go. Hee. All right. Actually, I don't even know why I'm washing my brush at that point. I normally wash the brush so that the paint doesn't dry ever to the brush, ruining it. But I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. I have these edges here. Right here that I want to work on. Like in the little nooks and crannies of the fabric. There we go. just doing some little touch-ups here to this shoulder. And getting in the little nooks and crannies of the fabric is kind of tricky. That's also why I like using this flat brush. It's kind of stiff. And I can really get like paint in the fabric fibers. There we go. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this paint. Not too much because I don't want it to turn like super liquidy and transparent. I still want it to be solid and bold, but it is drying a bit, so it's getting a little too thick. Adding a teeny bit of water to it will help that problem. Gotta be careful though with acrylic paint not to add too much. And I might have to mix more of this orange anyway soon. Uh-oh, I just realized what I'm working on is off screen completely. There we go. Now it's on off screen. Yes, yes, Nacho. If you read back in the chat, Wynn did suggest the McDonald's mystery for you. Just add in some little touch-ups, Nacho. Making some of the areas more solid. Yeah, but so far so good. Yay, I'm glad you like it. I would feel bad, Nacho, if you were like, stop painting it, it looks awful. I'd be like, no, I don't mean to mess it up. I'm glad you like it. But even if you were like, it looks horrible, stop working on it, I'd be like, what do you mean? What looks bad? It's coming together, I promise. Nah. Nacho, you're gonna look awesome as Kurt Wylde. I am super excited to cosplay Teku with you. It's gonna be so much fun. All right, and we're placing numbers, guys. How many people do you think will recognize us at con? Because this is such a strange, obscure show or movie series. I say one. We're gonna have that one person that recognizes us. I hope it's more though. Nacho says, what did you say? 4 or 5 people? I don't know. Well, we'll see. I know, right? That's actually my real attitude about that. That I'd be like, well, I'm working on it anyway. All right, so this part is drying. This part is looking good. This looks good. This looks good. You know what? If I flatten this part here, I could work on... Nah, I wouldn't want to do that because I don't want it to fold over and go like this and then get that white. I could make this more solid here. That I could do. There's like a fuzzy. Looks like a cat hair. That's funny when I'm making this jacket and you're gonna like it. No, I'm kinder than that. Or maybe not. I don't know. No, that's me when the gremlin's coming out. Oh. Alright, that sounds cool, Isaac. I don't know much about Bloodborne, but I'm happy to hear that it sounds like you're excited about it though. Exactly when. Yeah, gotta have that gremlin energy. Nice. All right, very cool. Well, hopefully it's a good movie. I know sometimes when video games translate to movies, for some reason, it doesn't turn out that great, but hopefully in this case, turns out good. Sorry, I fell silent. This edge is, oh my gosh, this edge is taking like max concentration for me to total max concentration. It's alright though. It's coming along. Welcome back, Win. Welcome back. Oh, and I see that you messaged or you commented, Isaac. I didn't mean to ignore you. I was just max concentration mode. Oh, yeah, I do remember that. I do. Yeah, hopefully. Crossing our fingers. Hopefully it is good. Oh my gosh, and I just looked over the time and it's already time. Ah! Well, I want to like at least clean up this edge right here. And then I think I'll call it a stream. So I'll do one little last thing. Just tiny touches. Teeny tiny touches. And then we'll call it a stream there. Oh, 1 second. I'll look at the messages over here. Aw, good. I'm glad you enjoyed, Nacho. I'm glad you enjoyed seeing progress on your own cosplay. And we'll clean up all the edges and make it look all really good for ya. Aw, thank you, Evo Leia. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy and you enjoyed watching the process and everything, and you also enjoy the process on my stories. I try to post as much as I can. Sometimes I end up putting my phone aside because I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I just want to hone in on my projects. But, you know, I try to post as much as possible. Aw, thank you, Isaac. I'm glad that you all enjoyed um the seeing the process of this one. I'm super happy. Yay, that makes me happy. Alrighty, well, thank you everyone for joining today. And even though the progress looks slow, I will say that it's actually, I think it turned out really good. I think made really good progress today. Especially this shoulder over here was the big kind of stressor to make sure that's the same as the other side. But I think it turned out really good. I think it looks clean. And that's the biggest thing, clean and symmetrical. um, there is more letterings on the other shoulder and on the back. So not sure when I'll get to that. I'm gonna try tonight to get to it, but we'll see. I might get to it tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. We'll just see. But if we won't work on this one for tomorrow's stream, I'm going to be working on my horns. I want to show you all how I do my metallic horns because I think they're looking super cool. But yeah, I think as for now, thank you everyone for joining, and I'll see you all tomorrow at the same time. Alrighty, bye!